Why do my feet cramp all the time? The science and solutions behind foot cramps. 1. Introduction to foot cramps. Foot cramps are a common yet painful condition that affects people of all ages. They occur when one or more muscles in the foot suddenly contract and fail to relax, causing sharp, intense pain. These cramps can last from a few seconds to several minutes, making them a highly uncomfortable experience. Foot cramps usually strike at night, during sleep, or after long periods of physical activity, but they can happen at any time, even while resting. The muscles involved are typically those in the calves, feet, and toes. When a cramp occurs, the affected muscle tightens up, and the pain can range from mild to severe, sometimes making it difficult to walk or move. Though foot cramps are rarely a sign of a serious health problem, they can disrupt daily activities and cause significant discomfort. In fact, nearly everyone has experienced a foot cramp at some point in their life. Despite their prevalence, many people are unsure about the causes of these cramps and how to prevent them. In this video, we will explore the primary reasons why foot cramps occur, how they can be managed, and what steps you can take to prevent them from happening in the future. Understanding the underlying causes and incorporating simple preventive measures into your daily routine can significantly reduce the frequency and intensity of foot cramps. 2. Mechanism behind foot cramps. Foot cramps occur when the muscles in the foot or lower leg contract involuntarily and become unable to relax. This sudden tightening of the muscles can be extremely painful and often happens without warning. To understand why this happens, it's important to look at the mechanisms involved at a physiological level. At the core of the cramping process is a disruption in the normal functioning of the muscles and nerves. Muscles are controlled by electrical impulses sent by the nervous system. When these impulses become irregular or overstimulated, the muscle contracts uncontrollably. Normally, when muscles contract, they are followed by a relaxation phase, allowing the muscle to return to its resting state. However, during a cramp, the relaxation phase is either delayed or does not occur, causing the muscle to remain in a contracted state. Several factors contribute to this malfunction. Electrolyte imbalance. Muscles rely on a delicate balance of electrolytes, minerals like potassium, calcium, magnesium, and sodium, to function properly. These electrolytes help transmit electrical impulses that cause muscles to contract and relax. When there is an imbalance in these minerals, it can impair the muscle's ability to relax after contracting, leading to cramps. Nerve misfiring. Nerves control the contraction and relaxation of muscles. If a nerve misfires or is overstimulated due to dehydration, overuse, or other factors, it can cause the muscle to contract involuntarily, resulting in a cramp. Muscle fatigue. During prolonged physical activity, muscles can become fatigued. When muscles are overworked, the cells within the muscle may accumulate waste products like lactic acid, which can disrupt normal muscle function and lead to cramping. Temperature regulation. Temperature changes can also play a role in foot cramps. When muscles are exposed to extreme heat or cold, their ability to contract and relax may become compromised. Heat can cause muscles to tighten, while cold temperatures can restrict blood flow to muscles, leading to cramps. The cramping process involves both the muscle itself and the nerve pathways that control it. Disruptions in either of these systems can lead to involuntary muscle contraction, which results in the pain and discomfort associated with foot cramps. Understanding this mechanism is the first step in addressing the root causes of cramps and taking preventive measures to avoid them. 3. Main causes of foot cramps. Foot cramps can be caused by a variety of factors, some of which are related to lifestyle habits, while others may be linked to underlying health conditions. Identifying the root cause of the cramps is essential for preventing them and managing the discomfort they cause. Below are the most common causes of foot cramps. Dehydration and electrolyte imbalance. One of the primary causes of foot cramps is dehydration, which leads to a lack of sufficient water in the body. When the body is dehydrated, it affects the balance of electrolytes in the muscles. Electrolytes such as potassium, magnesium, calcium, and sodium are essential for the proper functioning of muscle cells. These minerals help transmit the electrical impulses that trigger muscle contraction and relaxation. When the body lacks sufficient water or these vital electrolytes, muscles can become more susceptible to cramping. For example, after intense physical activity, especially in hot weather, the body loses water and electrolytes through sweat. If this is not replenished, it increases the risk of foot cramps. B. Nutritional deficiencies. A lack of certain essential nutrients can contribute to foot cramps. The most important nutrients related to muscle function include magnesium, potassium, calcium, and vitamin D. These minerals and vitamins help regulate muscle function, and a deficiency in any of them can cause muscle weakness and cramps. Magnesium helps with muscle relaxation, so a deficiency can result in muscle spasms. Potassium is important for the transmission of nerve impulses, and a lack of it can lead to muscle fatigue and cramping. Calcium plays a key role in muscle contraction, and insufficient calcium can disrupt normal muscle function. Vitamin D is vital for calcium absorption and bone health, and low levels of vitamin D can lead to muscle weakness and cramps, especially in older adults. Eating a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and dairy products can help prevent these deficiencies. C. Poor posture and prolonged sitting or standing. Improper posture or sitting or standing in one position for extended periods can place unnecessary strain on the muscles in the feet and legs, increasing the likelihood of cramps. For example, standing for long hours without shifting weight or sitting with legs crossed can restrict blood flow to the muscles, leading to fatigue and muscle tension. In particular, standing for hours without moving can lead to compression of the muscles and nerves in the lower extremities, making them more prone to spasms and cramps. This is especially common among people who work in jobs that require long periods of standing, such as retail workers or nurses. D. Increased physical activity or overexertion. Intense physical activity or exercise, especially when the body is not properly conditioned or warmed up, can lead to muscle fatigue and cramping. When muscles are overexerted, they may not have enough time to recover or relax between contractions, increasing the risk of cramps. In addition, inadequate warm-up and stretching before exercise can lead to muscle strain and cramping, particularly in the calves, feet, and thighs. Athletes or individuals who engage in vigorous exercise without properly preparing their muscles are more likely to experience cramps. E. Underlying health conditions. Certain medical conditions can increase the likelihood of foot cramps, especially if they affect circulation, nerve function, or muscle health. Some common health issues that may contribute to foot cramps include diabetes. People with diabetes may experience nerve damage, neuropathy, which can disrupt the communication between the brain and muscles, leading to cramping. Peripheral artery disease. This condition affects the blood vessels and can reduce blood flow to the legs and feet, increasing the risk of muscle cramps. Pregnancy. Hormonal changes and weight gain during pregnancy can put extra strain on the muscles, leading to cramps, especially in the lower legs and feet. Spinal disorders. Conditions such as herniated discs or spinal stenosis can affect the nerves that control the muscles in the legs and feet, leading to cramps and discomfort. If foot cramps are persistent, severe, or accompanied by other unusual symptoms, it is important to seek medical advice to rule out underlying health conditions. Conclusion. Foot cramps can arise from a variety of causes, from simple dehydration and poor posture to more complex issues like nutritional deficiencies or underlying health conditions. Understanding these causes can help individuals take steps to reduce their risk of experiencing foot cramps and manage them more effectively when they occur. 4. How to alleviate and prevent foot cramps. While foot cramps can be sudden and painful, there are effective ways to alleviate the discomfort when it happens and prevent future occurrences. Below are strategies to reduce the pain of foot cramps and practical tips for preventing them in the long term. How to relieve foot cramps when they occur. Stretching the affected muscle. One of the quickest and most effective ways to relieve a foot cramp is by gently stretching the affected muscle. For example, if you're experiencing a cramp in your calf, try to straighten your leg and flex your toes upward toward your shin. This stretch helps release the tightness in the muscle and can reduce the cramp almost immediately. For cramps in the foot itself, you can try pulling the toes back with your hand to stretch the bottom of the foot. Keeping the leg extended and the foot flexed is key to relaxing the muscle. Massage. Gently massaging the cramped area can help relax the muscle. Use your hands to knead and rub the affected foot or calf. Applying pressure with your fingers or thumbs along the muscle can increase blood circulation and ease the tightness, providing relief from the pain. If you're unable to reach the area, consider using a foam roller or a massage tool to help ease the tension in your muscles. Apply heat or cold. Heat, applying warmth to the cramped area can help relax the muscle. You can use a warm towel, heating pad, or hot water bottle to gently soothe the cramp. Heat increases blood flow, which can aid in muscle relaxation and reduce discomfort. Cold, alternatively, applying ice to the cramped muscle can help reduce inflammation and numb the area. Use an ice pack wrapped in a towel for 10 to 15 minutes. This is especially useful if the cramp is followed by swelling or tenderness. Hydration and electrolyte replacement. Drink water or an electrolyte-rich drink to help rehydrate your body. If the cramp is caused by dehydration or an electrolyte imbalance, replenishing fluids can restore the proper balance of minerals like sodium, potassium, and calcium, which are essential for muscle function. Coconut water, sports drinks, or even a pinch of salt in water can help replace lost electrolytes. Walk around or move. Gently walking or moving around can help release the cramp, especially if it's in the foot or calf. Light activity increases circulation, which helps relax the muscle and alleviate the cramping sensation. Simply standing up and shifting your weight from one foot to the other can often do the trick. B. Preventing foot cramps. Maintain proper hydration. Dehydration is a major cause of muscle cramps, so ensuring adequate fluid intake is one of the best ways to prevent foot cramps. Drink plenty of water throughout the day, particularly during hot weather or after exercise. It's essential to replace fluids lost through sweat and physical activity to keep muscles hydrated and functioning optimally. Electrolytes are equally important, so consider drinking beverages that contain sodium, potassium, and magnesium, especially after intense physical activity. Ensure proper nutrition. A balanced diet that includes sufficient amounts of magnesium, potassium, calcium, and vitamin D is vital for maintaining healthy muscle function. Foods like bananas, leafy greens, nuts, seeds, dairy products, and fish are excellent sources of these essential nutrients. If necessary, consider taking a multivitamin or specific supplements to prevent deficiencies. However, it's always best to get these nutrients from food, as they are more effectively absorbed by the body. Stretch and warm up before exercise. Proper warm-up and stretching before exercise are crucial to prevent foot cramps. Dynamic stretching, such as leg swings and ankle circles, helps prepare the muscles for activity, increasing flexibility and reducing the risk of cramping. Cooling down after exercise is equally important. Gentle stretching of the feet, calves, and legs can help relax the muscles and prevent cramping. Change positions regularly. If you spend long periods sitting or standing in one position, take regular breaks to move around and change your posture. When sitting, avoid crossing your legs for extended periods and make sure your feet are properly supported. If you stand for long hours, shift your weight between legs, or try using a footrest to relieve pressure on your feet. For people who have jobs that require prolonged standing, wearing supportive shoes and using cushioned mats can help reduce the strain on the feet. Wear proper footwear. Wearing shoes that provide proper support and fit can help prevent foot cramps. Shoes that are too tight, too loose, or lack proper arch support can put undue stress on your feet, leading to cramps. Opt for footwear that supports the natural shape of your foot and provides ample cushioning. If you experience cramps regularly, consider custom orthotic insoles that provide additional support and alignment for your feet. Gradually increase physical activity. If you're starting a new exercise routine or increasing your workout intensity, it's important to gradually build up your stamina. Sudden changes in physical activity can overwhelm your muscles, leading to cramps. Start with low-impact exercises and slowly increase the intensity over time to give your muscles a chance to adapt. Manage stress and fatigue. Physical and emotional stress can contribute to muscle tension and increase the risk of cramping. Ensure that you're getting enough rest and recovery time between workouts, as well as managing stress through relaxation techniques such as deep breathing, yoga, or meditation. Conclusion: foot cramps may be painful, but they can usually be alleviated with simple measures like stretching, massage, hydration, and heat or cold therapy. Preventing them in the long term involves maintaining good hydration, ensuring proper nutrition, stretching regularly, and wearing the right shoes. With these preventive strategies in place, you can significantly reduce the frequency and intensity of foot cramps, allowing you to stay active and comfortable throughout your daily activities. 5. When to see a doctor. While foot cramps are generally harmless and can often be managed at home, there are certain circumstances where medical attention may be necessary. If your foot cramps are frequent, severe, or accompanied by other unusual symptoms, it's important to consult a healthcare professional. Below are some situations when you should consider seeing a doctor. Persistent or frequent cramps. If foot cramps become a recurring problem or persist for a long time despite trying home remedies, it may indicate an underlying issue that requires medical evaluation. Persistent cramps, especially those that happen regularly at night or during everyday activities, could signal that something more serious is going on. A healthcare provider can help determine the root cause and suggest appropriate treatment options. Severe or intense cramps. Foot cramps that are particularly painful or last for extended periods of time can be difficult to manage on your own. If you experience cramps that feel unusually intense, last for longer than a few minutes, or don't respond to usual self-care measures like stretching, massaging, or hydration, it is a good idea to seek medical help. A doctor may assess the severity of the cramps and explore potential medical conditions that could be contributing to the issue. Cramps accompanied by other symptoms. If foot cramps are accompanied by other concerning symptoms, such as swelling, numbness, tingling, or weakness in the legs or feet, it's important to see a doctor immediately. These symptoms may indicate issues such as poor circulation, nerve damage, or even more serious conditions like peripheral artery disease, PAD, or a neurological disorder. If the cramps are part of a larger pattern of unusual sensations or functional problems in the feet or legs, a healthcare provider can perform a thorough evaluation to identify any underlying health issues. Medical conditions that may contribute to cramps. Certain medical conditions can make foot cramps more likely, and if you have any of the following conditions, it is recommended that you consult a doctor. Diabetes. People with diabetes are at risk of developing peripheral neuropathy, a type of nerve damage that can cause muscle cramping, especially in the feet and legs. Peripheral artery disease. PAD reduces blood flow to the limbs and can result in muscle cramps due to lack of oxygen and nutrients to the muscles. Spinal disorders. Conditions like herniated discs or spinal stenosis can affect the nerves that control the muscles in the legs and feet, leading to cramping and discomfort. Kidney disease. Chronic kidney disease can lead to an imbalance of electrolytes, making muscle cramps more common. Cramps during pregnancy. Pregnant women often experience foot cramps, particularly during the second and third trimesters. While mild cramps are usually not a cause for concern, severe or frequent cramps during pregnancy should be discussed with a healthcare provider to rule out any underlying issues, such as poor circulation or electrolyte imbalances. Pregnant women may also be more susceptible to leg cramps due to the extra weight and hormonal changes. Cramps after recent injury or surgery. If you experience foot cramps after an injury, surgery, or trauma to the foot or leg, it may be worth seeking medical advice. Cramping could be a sign of improper healing, muscle strain, or other complications. A healthcare professional can assess the injury and guide you through appropriate recovery strategies. Conclusion: in most cases, foot cramps are not a serious health concern and can be managed through home remedies. However, if you experience persistent, severe, or unusual cramps that are accompanied by other symptoms like swelling, numbness, or weakness, it is important to seek medical attention. A healthcare provider can help diagnose the underlying cause and recommend the best course of treatment to relieve the cramps and prevent them from recurring. FAQ: foot cramps. Here are some frequently asked questions about foot cramps and their answers to help you better understand the condition and find effective solutions. 1. What causes foot cramps at night? Nighttime foot cramps are very common and usually occur during the deep stages of sleep. They can be caused by dehydration, an imbalance of electrolytes like magnesium and potassium, or sleeping in certain positions that put pressure on the muscles in your feet. Other factors, such as a lack of physical activity during the day or wearing improper footwear, can also increase the risk of nighttime cramps. 2. How can I prevent foot cramps while sleeping? To prevent nighttime foot cramps, try the following. Stretch before bed. Gentle stretches for the feet and calves before going to sleep can help relax the muscles and reduce cramping. Stay hydrated. Drink enough water throughout the day to avoid dehydration. Maintain proper posture while sleeping. Keep your feet in a neutral position while sleeping to avoid putting strain on the muscles. You can try sleeping with your feet pointed upward or using a pillow to support your feet. Magnesium supplementation. If your cramps are related to magnesium deficiency, consider talking to your doctor about taking magnesium supplements before bed. 3. Are there any exercises that can help prevent foot cramps? Yes, certain exercises can help prevent foot cramps by improving flexibility and strengthening the muscles in your feet and calves. Toe stretches. Sit with your legs extended, then gently pull your toes toward your shin to stretch the bottom of your feet. Calf raises. Stand with your feet flat on the ground, then slowly raise your heels off the ground and lower them back down to strengthen the muscles in your calves. Foot rolls. Roll a tennis ball or foam roller under your feet to stretch and relieve tension in the muscles. Ankle circles. Rotate your ankles in a circular motion to improve blood flow and flexibility. 4. Can dehydration really cause foot cramps? Yes, dehydration is a major cause of muscle cramps, including in the feet. When the body lacks sufficient water, the balance of electrolytes becomes disrupted, which affects the muscle's ability to contract and relax properly. To avoid dehydration-related cramps, make sure to drink plenty of water throughout the day, especially if you're engaging in physical activity or are in hot conditions. 5. What should I do if a foot cramp happens during exercise? If you experience a foot cramp while exercising, here's what you can do. Stop and stretch. Immediately stop the activity and gently stretch the affected muscle. For a foot cramp, try pulling your toes back toward your shin. Massage. Use your hands to massage the cramped area and help it relax. Rehydrate. Drink water or an electrolyte replenishing drink to replace fluids and minerals that may be depleted during exercise. Cool down. After stretching, continue with a gentle cool-down routine to ease muscle tension and reduce the risk of further cramping. 6. Can wearing the wrong shoes cause foot cramps? Yes, wearing shoes that don't provide proper support or fit can contribute to foot cramps. Tight shoes, high heels, or shoes with insufficient arch support can strain the muscles in the feet and lead to cramps. It's important to wear shoes that fit well and provide proper support, especially if you're on your feet for long periods. 7. Are foot cramps a sign of something serious? In most cases, foot cramps are not serious and are simply a result of overuse, dehydration, or poor posture. However, if you experience persistent or severe cramps accompanied by other symptoms like swelling, numbness, or weakness, it may indicate an underlying medical condition such as nerve damage, poor circulation, or diabetes. If you have any concerns or if cramps are affecting your quality of life, it's a good idea to consult with a healthcare professional. 8. Can pregnancy cause foot cramps? Yes, foot cramps are common during pregnancy, particularly in the second and third trimesters. Pregnancy causes changes in the body that can lead to cramps, such as increased pressure on the legs and feet, hormonal changes, and a higher need for certain nutrients like magnesium and calcium. Pregnant women can reduce the frequency of foot cramps by staying hydrated, stretching regularly, and ensuring they're getting the right nutrition. 9. How long should a foot cramp last? Foot cramps usually last anywhere from a few seconds to a few minutes. If the cramp persists for more than 10 minutes or is unusually intense, it may be a good idea to consult a doctor to rule out any underlying medical conditions. 10. Can I take supplements to help with foot cramps? Yes, certain supplements may help prevent or reduce foot cramps, particularly if they are caused by nutrient deficiencies. Magnesium, potassium, calcium, and vitamin D are important for muscle function, and taking these supplements may help. However, it's always best to consult with a healthcare provider before starting any supplementation, as they can recommend the appropriate dosage and ensure it's safe for you. Conclusion: foot cramps can be uncomfortable, but with the right knowledge and preventive measures, they can often be alleviated or avoided. If you experience frequent or severe cramps, consider implementing stretches, staying hydrated, and maintaining a balanced diet. In more serious cases, it's important to seek medical advice to rule out any underlying health conditions.